So we are staying at Armstrong Valley Winery, which is right there. We're going to be reviewing that. We are actually in a harvest toast, and we are parked at the end of the vineyard. Wasn't too bad getting in here. Coming up the highway, there's a little town called Halifax. There's a 90-degree corner you have to deal with. We actually did the drive up here last week just to make sure we knew how to get here, and it paid off. So anybody who's watching this that wants to come here and harvest toast at the winery, I highly recommend it because the wine is spectacular. And these are the parking pads right here. The cool thing about these, this first row excluded, if you can see on that pole right there, there is 50 and 30 amp power for your RVs. Which means like on a hot day like today, unfortunately we parked on the wrong side. Otherwise I could have hooked up to 50 amp, but we're hooked into 30 amp, so we can only run one air conditioner. But that's okay because we can switch it over at nighttime. Main part of the camper is being cooled off. But this is the vineyard. They have a lot of buildings. That house over there has been here since the 1700s. They actually have a self-guided tour that you can actually walk around the vineyard and go into some of the buildings that are up there on the other side and around back. And then also down this road right here, up around that hill, there's another building up there that you can go and tour. Really cool. Right across the street there, there's a horse. I can only confirm that because I saw the horse and now I can smell the horse. But it's all good. Look at those weeping willow trees down there. Those are beautiful. So today's drive was only about 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. We did hit some construction on 83 North. Go figure. We got stopped in traffic on the way south. Then coming back north, we got stopped in traffic again because of construction. It was a beautiful day out today. I mean, the temperature is only as hot as the sun, so, you know, we are melting a little bit, but it's all good. Okay, so let me go over here on the other side of my truck. Again, they do have 50 and 30 amp hookups. It looks like it might, well, no, 2 rows. 2 rows have it. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way at the end, 5 electrical hookups, and they're all 50-30. We're just parked on the wrong side. The only reason we parked on the other side is because of that exit right there. And our, you know, the length of our truck and camper, we just didn't want to have to, we just pull straight out tomorrow. No big deal. And I do have a 30 amp extension cord for the camper. But very cool. So we're going to, Kathy's going to finish working, and then we're going to go up to the winery and partake in some delicious wine. All right, we'll see you later. We'll get some of that inside footage. Actually, be about the snap of a finger, so there you go. So this is the tack house with a dinner bell. We're doing the walk-in tour, yeah. So open up that door right there, Kathy. Can you?
I don't know if you can.
Yeah, you move that thing there and open up the door. There you go. See, you got it. Oh, look, it's full of chairs. Wow, those chairs are like...
The tack house was used for all things related to the horses.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What's the dinner bell used for?
The dinner bell was used to call the laborers to lunch or call for help in case of an emergency.
Huh, wonder how many times it was used. Maybe we should clang it? Oh, it works. Wonder how many people do that.
I don't know, probably just us.
And that there is the old privy, bathroom.
Oh,
That's a two-seater.
Two-seater outhouse.
Yep, I burned one of those down by our house that we just sold. If nobody has ever seen a two-seater outhouse.
Outhouse is just that, an outhouse, where you used to go to the bathroom before there was an indoor plumbing, with seating for 2 people, so you can poop together.
That is awesome. We're not going in there.
There was thankfully a wall between the 2 seats and a separate door for each person to enter. I could not be in there with you.
No, because then what would happen? Shedder's full.
I'd pass out.
We're going to skip what she just said. And if you can see my shadow, look at my shadow.
I got mine.
Kathy's got hers, I've got mine.
Yeah,
I got beer, she's got wine. Oh, damn it, I'm a poet and didn't know it.
Look, it's a tool shop.
Okay, I have to pause right here just for a second.
There's no ice in it.
So this is the ice house. And just if you're curious, back in the day, I do know this because they still do this down in Tobyhanna. What they did was they would go out to the lakes and they would cut gigantic blocks of ice. They would cut them, once they got them out, they would cover them in sawdust, which would actually keep the ice cool. And then they would bring them to the ice houses. Sometimes they put the ice up in the top, or that's where they keep the sawdust. They bring the ice blocks in here. And as long as they were covered in the sawdust, they would stay ice blocks.
Well, this
The interesting thing is they always get the ice from ice holes. So just remember that.
This is the ice house. This building was used to store ice that was cut from Armstrong Creek in the winter.
Where's Armstrong Creek?
That way.
Nice. And we're moving. So we're assuming that this is where they make the wine in these red buildings here. That building is called Park Here. You see that right there in the middle?
That's not on here, honey.
Yeah, because that's where they make the wine. It's not part of the tour. Ow, she spanked me. So, I don't know if, yeah, I think I did mention earlier in the video that main building over there was built in the 1700s. And if Kathy would read about the house.
What house?
Off of the list there.
Which house?
The house.
The stone house?
The stone house, yeah.
Though original records are not clear, it is believed that the main house was probably built sometime in the late 1700s. There were 4 rooms over 4 rooms of the original stone structure, which was only 24 feet by 28 feet. Exterior walls were about 2 feet thick. The original fireplaces were moved long ago. Remains of the original fireplaces can be seen in the attic along each end of the house. Also, the main hearth is in the basement still remains, though it is not usable. A 2-story addition to the kitchen was built in around 1876, adding another 350 square feet to each floor. Today, total square footage is approximately 1,850 square feet. The 2-car garage was added in 2006. The stone house is listed as a Patriot home, meaning that a prior owner who lived in the house fought in the American Revolution.
Wow. That is epic. That is totally, I think about it, people. 1700s, that's what? How many hundreds of years ago? It's like 600 years ago. What?
And if you say I have an accent when I'm reading, I don't.
You know what? I think you narrated that absolutely perfect.
Thank you. I tried.
You did very well.
I only
really
had
enjoyed that.
half a bottle.
I was entranced the whole time.
No, you aren't.
So anyway, this winery also has banquet rooms. This whole downstairs section right over here. This upper section up here. You guys, even if you...
Where's the rest of it? I guess you have to... I don't know where the rest of the tour is.
It's up that road way over yonder.
Oh.
Anyway, if you want to do weddings or parties or something like that, you can actually rent out those specific sections right there. They're separate from the tasting room. Our, what would you call her? Maitre d'? The lady, our bartender. The lady who's in there tonight, absolutely fantastic. Very friendly. So look at the house. I'll try to zoom in on here.
It's awesome.
Look at the stonework on that. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Back like 500-600 years ago, they put that stone in place and it's still there. Amazing.
Hi.
Not her. She's not made of stone.
No, but you should come
could be
here.
5 or
This is
600
an
years old. We don't
awesome
know.
harvest host.
They do. Awesome harvest host.
This is it. This is the 100% rainwater from the barn roof. The gutter empties into a 500-gallon reservoir. So this is all from rainwater.
Well, that is really interesting.
Judging by all the rain we've had, I would believe it.
Yeah. It goes from rain to nuclear meltdown. Gotta love it. I'm telling you what, there's a horse across the street. I can still smell him.
I
Bam!
didn't see a horse.
He's over there. He's a big old tan stud. Kathy's drunk. She's staggering up the parking lot.
I'm just slightly.
All right, we are going to go inside again. We will see you in a bit. What could be better than waking up in a vineyard? I mean, come on, this is just unreal. And watching the sun come up right there. Very nice. So the gentleman that I was talking to, he's also a veteran. He was driving the tractor.
He's a veteran. Thank you for your service again. But he was telling me about the grapes, and that what was being sprayed on it, he said, was like sulfur. Basically what it does is it helps keep the grapes dry. If the grapes get too much moisture, they will, basically get moldy and, go bad and rot. So he's preventing that. I have to keep pausing it because I'm sneezing. So the first 11 rows of the grapes over there are the Franc, which they make ice wines out of. And then in the middle, they got the, I believe he said, I don't even know what the middle ones are. The ice wines are the ones I remember. But there's 3 different varieties here. So yeah, the first 11 rows of that block right there and that block down there on the other side of those weeping willows. He's over behind those trees over there on that hill. He's spraying grapes up there, and way back up there, that road, you follow that up around, there's another part of the vineyard up there. So they got 25 acres of grapes. The only grapes that they don't grow because of the red shale in the ground are the Concord. They actually get those from Welch's, so they can make their wines with the Concords. But yeah, so the numbers are phenomenal. I asked them, just like 25 acres of grapes, it comes out to, I think he said, either 16,000 or 166,000 bottles of wine. That is impressive for just 25 acres. Now where we're going next is up to the Finger Lakes, and everybody who's been there knows how big those vineyards are up there. And I mean, come on, that is just a ton of wine. Ton of wine. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And it is beautiful here. I highly recommend staying here for a Harvest Host trip. If you have any questions about the route, there is one turn that could be an issue in Halifax as you're coming up. I think it's Route 147. It's 147. And you come into the town of Halifax, and you're going to come to a T that you have to make a right, and you actually have to get into the left lane, opposite lane, to make that right-hand turn. Otherwise, you're going to crush your camper on the corner. There's a wall, a concrete wall. So I'm glad that we actually did a pre-drive up here to scout it out, because we weren't that far away. We had nothing to do last Saturday, and we did it, and it was actually worth it. But I'm telling you right now, if you are a Harvest Host member, you need to stop here. This place is beautiful. The history here is amazing. Their wines are amazing. The beer is amazing. There is nothing bad about this place. And you get electric. Not a lot of Harvest Hosts have electric. It's amazing. We definitely made a donation last night, and we might be feeling it this morning. But what a wonderful place. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. And we will see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video.